everybody and welcome back to another video Coveney Plays. And there's a big problem that a lot of people have with Geometry Dash. When they're creating, they don't know what to make. Well, then they make something like they copy a level and try to add decoration, but here's the problem. How do you use that trigger or that trigger? Or... It's really confusing. That's all I really have to say about it. It confused me too, and yeah, here's a tutorial on how to use some triggers that will be very useful depending on how you use them. So, let's go into it. Yeah, triggers. You want to know how to use them. Let's say you want to, I don't know, you're making a troll level, you want a surprise spike out of nowhere. How do you use that? What is that and how do I use it? That's what I want to know. How do you use this thing? Here's the answer. You want to go to the move trigger, go to edit object. Well, this is what I do sometimes. I press next free to see what the next free group is. And whatever it is, I type in that number or just press the arrow thing. Then I go in here and you see all this all these weird buttons. So what this says is if you want to move something, 10 on the move X or Y is equal to 1 block space, which is just these really, just these. So it's just 1 block space is equal to 10. It also means if you got 9999, it'll be like 1 space off a block, but yeah, who cares about that? So you want to put that. If you want it to be instant, you can change the move time to 0. So let's say we want to make a troll level and we want to make this spike go up just before you hit it. That's what you do. You put the move trigger next to it. So it kind of works on an XY basis thing. So you see this line that it's making. That's when it happens. So when I touch that line, when this boy touches the line, that's gonna go up. And bam. I'm not very good at this, am I? Yes. So that's going to go up as soon as I press play and I'm going to die. See? I was right. Or you could make it touch triggered, which means it only works if you touch it. So you see it went up when I jumped close enough to it. Let me just move that down. And maybe make this like 0.5, so 0.05. So yeah, so you can actually see it move. Like that. So yeah. That's how the move trigger works. So now you want to make an object invisible. Well, let's just make the impossible trio the triple spike and give it a group like last time. Then you take out your precious alpha trigger. I didn't even know what these were for, but yeah, they're opacity, which means you can make it impossible to see, just barely able to see it, or just, that. So you want to set it all the way to 0, and if you want it to be instant, set the fade time to 0 too. You want to hit 1, well, the group number, so this triple spike is invisible. You can't see it. I've just passed a triple spike. Let's go. Oh. So yeah, this just makes them just barely able to see it, or you can't see it at all. So let's set it to 50. Now they're only slightly invisible, so you can still see them. If you set it like all the way to this, you can hardly see those. You see those? Let me just get real close. You can hardly see those. Can you? Can't you? So let's try it. Yep, I can see them, but I can't jump over them. I am clicking, I swear. What? No. So now you want to learn how to do a rotate trigger, because I don't know how to use many triggers in the game because I'm stupid, but yeah. So you want to go into this and it looks all, holy cow, that's crazy. What are you supposed to do with all this? So let's just say you put a block down, I don't know, an orb. I'm going to put a red orb there and give it the group number 1. And I'm going to get some spikes and put it, that's the wrong spike. I'm going to get some spikes and put it around this guy. You want to rotate it a bit. I'm using the hotkeys because it's easier. And you want to get all these spikes and give them the group number 2. There we go. And lastly, you. Yep, all of them got the group number 2. Got to rotate trigger. You don't want to press that. I have no idea what it does, which is kind of stupid. So the target group ID, which is the stuff you want to rotate. So I'm going to set that to 2 since all of these have the group ID of 2. And make this 1 since the orb has a group ID of 1. You go to the rotate trigger, look around, what are you supposed to do? If you want it to only go around in a circle once, you set times 360 to 1. And how many degrees for it to finish on? I don't know, let's set it to 90. 5. We're gonna see what this does. Let's go to play. And that just rotated like crazy. Now it's like stopped in the weirdest angle possible. Right? Yeah. So let's just make it so no one gets mad, you perfectionists. And see what it does. So it's going to spin around once, like that. It's going to spin around and then end oddly. If I set this to 0, it's just going to spin around a few times. I don't know. It looks kind of weird, but you can't really follow it. If I get rid of all these spikes, you can kind of see that it just goes around in the circle. If we make this 5, it's going to spin around 5 times. So you might want to set that to 1 second so it spins slower, like that. Yep, I said it spins slower. That spins pretty fast. Let's set that to 10, so it's going to go slow. So yeah, it just rotates. I zoom out a lot. You can barely see it, but that guy's rotating. That guy is rotating, and he's trying to rotate 5 times. Let's set this to a 5. Just a 5, so it doesn't go too crazy, but it does spin. So this is what it looks like. Yes, I seriously just did that. And that, it's finished spinning. So yeah, let's just make a tiny bit of gameplay here. Get all this part out, please. This. So now everything's going crazy and you can't see a thing because of everything I did, and I just realized I can't build. And then so the way the blocks come in, it's different every time you hit one of these. So you might want to try and see the way the blocks are coming in during the entire thing. If I can just get rid of this thing so I don't screw up as much. But bye, shake trigger. So let's try this again. And you can see all of these are coming in weird ways. Let me just make it better by making a vertical line on every single one so you can see how they work. So let's make a vertical line here. I might have to put this bad boy right here so you don't die when you hit that on your head. Just for gameplay. And then everything will go in a different way. Let's just make it all these pillars. I probably shouldn't put that there, but who cares. So all of these will come in a different way. So let's try it. Let's go up here. There we go. So now the blocks are all coming in different ways, and yeah, that's kind of a couple triggers. That's all you really need to know about some of them. Anyway, guys, thank you all for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to see more. And it's Coveney Plays finally out.